I gotta say, I called it. I fucking called it. Well, it was fairly obvious around episode 21, 22 on how episode 24 would play out to a degree, how Shokugeki no Souma would end. At the very beginning of this series, I couldn't have told you how it would have ended. I didn't know what fucking direction it would have gone in. But now, I only wish for 12, 24, 36, 100 more fucking episodes of Shokugeki no Souma. Why? I fucking love this series. Now, before I get any further into the series as a whole, I want to talk about this episode. So, Shokugeki no Souma, episode 24, the finale. We had some surprising turn of events. Only about half of this episode was actually the prelims to the autumn elections, where Hayama scored Akira, I think his name is Akira, scored 94 points, and then Souma revealed his, which was another fragrance bomb, and Souma scored 93. Now, I had been thinking while watching this episode that he was going to get perfect 20 out of 20, or he was going to at least score higher than Akira, and I was surprised, at least to say, Souma lost to Akira, and we know Souma is the ultimate sore loser. He does not give up. I mean, seriously, 490 losses against his father, and he's still challenging him. He still wants to beat him. So Souma's the ultimate sore loser. If he loses, he does not give up until he beats that person. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out in the future if we ever get a season 2, or in the manga, which I will definitely be picking up and start doing chapter reviews, picking up right after how the anime ended. Maybe even do some stuff they possibly cut out. So, as it stands, Souma technically lost to Akira, but still succeeded in beating him in a sense. Now, that may sound confusing. He lost to him by 1 point. He tied with Ryo, the lobster dude, the black-haired dude who goes from... Okay. It really doesn't bother me to... You fool! When he puts his head bandana on. I believe it was Scandinavian guy, Alice's aide, he tied with him, so... Akira did beat Souma in a sense of point-wise, just he beat him by 1 point. But the judges, out of the 5, 3 voted for Souma higher for Souma than they did for Akira. They voted 18 for Akira, while the other 2 voted 20, and then they voted 19 and 18 for Souma. So they voted 19 while the others voted fucking 18 for Souma. So it was 3-2. And if this was a normal Shokugeki, Souma would have won. So technically Souma lost, but also won. But Souma will only probably see this as a loss, because he wants a complete victory over his opponent whenever he faces them. We know this about Souma, which is pretty interesting. I like how it was kind of a win, kind of a loss kind of thing for that. It was surprising, to say the least, that Souma actually lost to Akira. I was fucking expecting more than that. So, other than that, we have the conclusion with the people who are going on to the autumn elections, the main round. They have, I think it was 2-3 weeks until the actual tournament. I gotta say, I enjoyed the prelims, but I'm also pissed off that they cut us off right here. So the second half of the episode consisted of pretty much a party with the Polar Star Dormitory, plus the Aldini brothers and Nikumi. And I was not complaining because Nikumi got down. Nikumi just brightens my world up. We had a tender moment between Souma and Megumi. Megumi thanked Souma because she thought she only got here because of Souma to this point, because she was on the verge of expulsion way back in episode 2. And then to see her actually make it through the prelims of the autumn elections and grow so much, it's it's beautiful, to say the least. We've seen Megumi grow throughout this entire series, and to get to where she is now, I feel proud. I seriously feel proud of her. It'd be like watching your daughter grow, kind of thing, or watching a very personal, very close person to you grow like this. You'd feel proud. You'd feel proud of how they developed. And Souma even said, I didn't help you get all the way here. It's your cooking. You've always had the talent. Your cooking warms people up inside. You show your hospitality to other people through your cooking. Souma only helped her gain the courage to use that talent. Megumi didn't have a lot of self-confidence, and through Souma she gained some self-confidence, and she learned some cool tricks, but in the end, it's still her talent that allowed her to get this far. And to that, I say, I'm definitely feeling the Souma x Megumi vibes right there, but the thing is, Souma really doesn't know much outside of cooking, so yeah. And then we have Nikumi and the other girls of the Polar Star Dormitory come in, just watch them have a moment, and then they resume party round 2. We have a couple moments where Nikumi's just like, why is no one saying anything about Ishika just naked under an apron? Thank you! We have the Aldini brothers like, were we not supposed to wear clothes to this party? Because they keep staring, like, every time Ishika could talk, they kept, like, switching their gaze back and forth between his ass and his voice and all that, and it's just like, it's just kind of funny and everything. The way this series finished, I have closure. I have a good degree of closure. I liked how it ended. I'm just irritated with the fact that they cut it off after the prelims and not after the actual elections. But I can also understand why they did that. It just, the way they finished it off doesn't seem like they'll expect a season 2. I don't know how Shokugeki no Souma is doing in the sales, but I hope that we get a season 2. This shit is good. It seriously is. Now, we even get a little bit of a throwback. Souma and his disgusting dishes with the, I think it's calamari or squid in some sort of thing he tries. He puts it in yogurt this time, and we have Megumi being attacked by some yogurt-covered tentacles. Well, squid appendages. Yeah. I gotta say, and I'll be talking about the series as a whole in my personal thoughts, I'm gonna miss Shokugeki no Souma. Looking way back into spring 2015 of the anime season, I had initially passed over this series. I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not. I just took one look at it before even checking out episode 1, and I was like, it doesn't look too interesting. And I started watching shows like Danmachi, Owari no Seraph, Kakai Sensen, Triage X, and after a couple weeks, I heard some good things. I watched a parody of this show, and that got me really interested in it. So I tried episode 1. I live reacted to episode 1. It was probably a shit live reaction, but I live reacted along with another video that aired that day of me with Plastic Memories. And I will say, I don't regret my decision of ever checking out Shokugeki no Souma. My only regret is not checking it out sooner, like at the very beginning of the season. Because this is one of my favorite all-time anime ever. It's a shonen anime, I believe. We had a shonen tournament kind of thing, but the way they executed shonen through this cooking means was brilliant, was interesting, and it wasn't like the other shonen we've had before with a bunch of series like this. Well, there really wasn't a cooking series like this before. So, as I gradually caught up, I was like 12 episodes, not even 12, I think it was 10 or something, episodes behind initially, and I had caught up. Every episode really got me mouth-watering over the food, got me liking the characters even more. I don't think there's a single character in this series that I even disliked. Sure, there was some that I was meh about, but none of them were really irritating to me. Each character was kind of interesting in their own. Their character designs were pretty damn awesome. I love the art style that this series has. One of the things that always kept me coming back to Shokugeki no Souma, actually, I'll just name off a few. The art style. It was fucking orgasmic. If the food orgasms weren't enough, they had some beautiful, beautiful fucking art style for this series. The characters. Souma. We have the ultimate sore loser kid who lost 490 cook-offs with his father, who is confident in his abilities, but he realizes that there's still a vast gap in his abilities when he goes to Totsuki Academy, and he's still learning, and he wants to be better, and he wants to grow and do all this, and he's learning from other people. Megumi, the shy, clumsy girl who we watched from episode, I think it was 2 or 3, grow into a confident, well, mostly confident, talented cook as she is right now. The voice acting, god damn, I loved that. The foodgasms, sure, they were over the top, they were comedic, they were ecchi most of the time. Some of the times they just took you by surprise, like the one in episode 24 where Souma, like, the guy takes a bite and everything is Souma's omelet, rice curry kind of thing, and then out of nowhere a fist comes and strikes him in the face, and it's Souma boxing and all that, and he's punching them all around, and that was the foodgasm. Shokugeki no Souma executed these foodgasms beautifully. We can't have these kind of foodgasms in real life, but it was interesting enough to always see people's reactions to a dish. Like, I think it would be substantially a lot less interesting if they didn't have the foodgasms they did. Like, even some of the characters we didn't have before. Like, we eventually started off as foodgasms for Reina and Souma's dishes and all that, and then every character we pretty much got, every food they served, then we started getting foodgasms for them, whoever tasted their food, and it substantially grew, and each foodgasm was kind of pretty cool. We got to see how each person who judged it kind of saw it in their own perspective while having still similarities between each other. So that was pretty cool. I love the whole concept of the cooking show. Like, I don't think, in all my years of anime, I have ever seen an anime dedicated to cooking, to making cooking super serious and over the top and over exaggerated in the world this whole premise is set in. Like, cooking determines your wealth kind of thing, where they have a whole academy, a huge ass academy where they have the demon of the cooking world ruling over it and all that. You have the god tongue, the god nose. Shokugeki no Souma. Add all of those things I set up together, plus the amazing opening and ending songs, and the suspense moments. Oh my god, the way they build suspense. Oh, fuck. Especially when Souma challenged Chef Shimonia, I believe. Shimo... whatever the fuck his name is. The French chef. To a Shokugeki. That fucking suspense. That fucking badass. I cannot get enough of Shokugeki no Souma. I have volumes 1 and 4 on my bookshelf. I'm going to pick up and get caught up with the manga. I'm going to review. I am going to hop and start giving you chapter reviews for Shokugeki no Souma until I'm caught up, because I fucking love this series. Even though the art style may be different in the manga, somewhat, the character designs a little bit, I'd still review it because Shokugeki no Souma. No matter how much I can stress this, it's probably one of my all-time favorites. And I will miss Megumi, Nikumi, especially Nikumi. My two favorite girls from this series, maybe even 3. I don't... Alright, yeah. Megumi, because she's so clumsy and shy and awkward, and the awkwardness we get from her, but she's really, really fucking adorable. Then we have Mikumi, who's the sexy, neat girl who can also have her adorable moments. Then we have Arena, who's the bitch, and then she can have her adorable moments when she punches or punches something because she's thinking about Souma. Even Alice, I like her, but I gotta say, Mikumi and Megumi are my 2 favorites from this series. I really fucking like them. And Souma was a really, really awesome main character. If you have not seen Shokugeki no Souma before, I highly recommend you go do so. Food Wars is an amazing series, and I'll probably fucking rewatch it and purchase this and buy the shit out of this once it gets dubbed. Hopefully we get a good dub for it. And yeah, I'm really gonna fucking miss this series. Hopefully, if the sales are doing well for this, we get a season 2, because, to be honest, it really deserves one. I was always looking forward to the next week's episode of Shokugeki no Souma because I had a lot of hype for it. There was always excitement. The foodgasms had me laughing. This had a lot of good comedy. There was a lot of cool serious moments, and the overall premise was interesting. Shokugeki no Souma. You had a good finale. Your characters were amazing. Your premise was good. Your art style and OST and opening, ending, and almost everything about you is perfect. I can't say you're perfection because nothing is ever perfect in our world. Things can get close, but they're never perfect. So yeah, be sure to leave a like, comment, or subscribe for more reviews, reactions, vlogs, talks, as usual. This is Outdoor Nation, or my lovely community, citizens, and civilians. I'll see you guys in the next review. So have a good day, watch lots of anime, read lots of manga. Follow the links down in the description where you can go and add me on Twitter, Facebook, and go check out episode 24 of Shokugeki no Souma. And look forward to my eventual, probably within the next couple of weeks, reviews where I have to get caught up, and I might do a video about all the chapters to the point where the anime finished and all that. But I'll eventually start doing manga reviews for Shokugeki no Souma. So yeah, have a good day, everyone. Thanks for watching.